If you could turn back the clock, what would you have done differently on the show?
I would not have gone on the show.
Oh. Everybody go. 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 All right, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. First of all, thank y'all for joining me. I'm so sorry for being late. So what happened was I ran a couple of errands earlier. Listen, thank you to everybody who's ordered the Twix Fix seasoning. I sent off some orders today. It was a lot. It was like almost 20 goddamn orders that I'm appreciative of. Thank you. So I went and did that. I had to go take some stuff back to Amazon from the holidays. And then I came home. I was like, ooh, let me take a shower. And I was in the shower and I just got a little too happy in the shower. Not like anything bad. It's just, you ever be in the shower and the water just feels great on your body? You just like, oh my God, this water feels great. That's why y'all see me barefaced. I don't got nothing on today, but bitch, I'm still pretty. I'm still pretty. I'm sorry for being late. I'm so sorry. It's just the hot water was just going down my back like a strong man's hand. And I just couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist. So anyways, what's going on, everybody? This is Oliver Twixt here, your nerd boy cutie reporting for duty, here to do the Lord's work. Today, we are talking to Kristen from Psycho 19 of America's Next Top Model. Now, I knew that when I posted the flyer of her, the top model internet and universe was going to be broken into pieces because, like me, so many of you feel like Kristen was a mean girl. And you know what? Before let me just bring her on because I want to say this all to her, actually. Oh, wait. Send invite. Kristen, there we go. I haven't shaved. The man is on my face. Ooh, this is disgusting.
Hi!
How are you?
Can you see me fine?
I can see you. Can you see me fine?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for doing this.
It's so nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you too. It's so nice to meet you too. Listen, first of all,
what?
I just want to say,
tell me.
I want to give you big props for being brave enough to come do this now.
Oh.
Granted, I'm probably one of the more mature people who watch television, and I understand that this show was many years ago when you were a child, basically.
Almost 10 years ago, isn't it?
Yes. How old were you when you did Top Model?
I had just turned, I was either 18 or I just turned 19 because we did it in the summer. So, and I think you have to be 18 to be on the show. So I just turned 19 and I turned 28 next week, So almost 10 years, 9.
Yes.
But I'm rounding it up.
You were a child. You were placed in a pressure cooker. It was a competition. You didn't know anybody. So I understand that the worst of people comes out in situations like that, whether you can control it or not. And I also understand that was 10 years ago. And I'm pretty sure you've grown, you developed, you've learned, you've reconciled, you've thought about all these things. So I'm definitely not going to hold you accountable. And all of my friends here are not going to hold you accountable. So I just want to say thank you so much for doing this with me. You have balls, you have bigger balls than some of your fellow top model villains, and just for that you're going to get into top model heaven.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Top model villain. You're
going to get into top model heaven.
I love reality TV, so for you to be like, I understand what goes behind it, like I am such a reality TV fan. Anything Bravo, I'm like here for it. And for some reason, maybe because of me being on Top Model, any person that is like the most hated on a show, I'm like, I get it. I get why you're acting that way. It's gonna be okay for you one day.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
But I'm so grateful and thankful to you taking the time. Thank you for allowing me to be late. I got in the shower and the water
just felt so good. That's
yeah, and I forgot. Like I totally forgot I was supposed to get in and get out.
No, I love that you're like relaxing and I'm over here like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And you're like, this water, just living your best life in the shower.
You have nothing to worry about. This is a safe space over here. There's nothing but love. Of course, the children, the girls and squirrels have a lot of questions, but it is still a safe space. And it's a safe space, girls. So don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. Now, let me just do this now. Let me 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 do this now. Kristen, you were horrible. You were so, and you know, I didn't realize how mean you were until I had to rewatch it for Kiara. Yeah. And I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my God, Kristen was so mean.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. And it was, but you know what? The person who loves reality TV like me appreciates it, because I'm like, if you're going to be the villain, be the villain, true and true, all day long. Don't move, don't shake. But I was like, I'm so interested to talk to her and see like what's her view, what are her opinions, how does she view things that happen, what's her opinions, because I know, you know, having done reality TV and then now doing it on TV, I understand, like, I get how it works, and so I'm just interested to hear what you have to say.
Cool. I'm an open book, so let's get into it.
And then I don't know if you watched the one I did with Kiara last night, but she was like, you know, Kristen was so funny. Mm-hmm. They totally like took out everything that that made her like funny. And then I shared the story on like just our conversation in the picture you sent me for the flyer and all the other stuff. I was like, yeah, I could sense she's funny. Like I could tell she likes to have a good time just from the tone of the conversation.
I mean, yeah, I'm not like, I understand the weight that a lot of people took on from seeing that side of me on the show, but also like one thing that I knew while filming was that this is not that serious. And like after, I was like, this is not the end of my life. And since, I'm like, the people that come for me and just say things, I'm like, you guys, like, let's just relax a little bit. Like, there are a lot more important things that we need to worry about than me, like, being, you know, I don't want to say edited, because I know people have an issue with that, but just, like, America's Next Top Model Cycle 19, like, that was far out. There are other things to worry. Something real quick, because you brought up that picture that I sent you. So I had a white elephant little thing with a couple of girlfriends here. This is the gift that I pulled.
that was the one
that a friend put, like, wasn't even for me. It was like in a group, like, and I picked it, and I was like, it's cute. I'm into it. It literally is up in my house right now.
Everybody, that is the one she sent me, and when she sent it to me, I bust out screaming in laughter. Sorry, guys, I have to lotion myself. I just got out the shower, and you know, there's a woman on the inside of me, and the woman says you lotion your body.
Always, yeah.
Yes, you have to lotion your body, so when the men come, when they hug you on the neck, they can smell the different fragrances.
Just for yourself. I love nothing more than getting in the bed and just being like greasy. Like, I want my face to just be shining and oily and greasy. So,
what do you put on?
Honestly, I'm so bad. Like, I try everything. There's not one thing that I love. It's anything. The thickest thing I love. Do you know the brand? I don't want to butcher it, but I think it's Leila. It's like a face cream, but it's super thick. It's in a green bottle. I'll send it to you after. That shit is amazing.
Okay, now it's time for us to get into the other things. Before we begin, I believe Laura James, the winner of Cycle 19, is here watching. What's going on, Laura? Listen, after you finish watching this, and if you think you want to take a ride on my disco stick, open up your DMs and we can set something up. And I would love to bring you on and ask you some questions for me and the fans of Top Model.
Yeah. I'll let her know how it goes.
I mean, she's watching right now.
I know. Well, I was messaging with her today because she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're doing this," and I was like, "Yeah." So it was actually nice. We caught up for a little bit and we could plan to like work with each other. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well,
obviously, you guys know I love Laura. So.
Without further ado, the first question from Sandra Salazar: why did she audition, and what was the process like?
So I was living in Jacksonville and I wasn't really doing much, honestly. I was just like working in a restaurant, just finished high school, and I saw it posted somewhere. And like I told you, I've always loved reality TV and I always knew that I would be perfect for it. So I was like, I'm just gonna kind of try and see what happens. So I sent in a video and you get assigned like a scouter who walks you through the process, and I just kept making it back to every audition. I think I went to Tallahassee for my first in-person, and I remember specifically them telling me like, any trauma or anything that's insane about you, tell us, because this is a show and that's how you're gonna make it. And I was like, perfect, I have it for you. This is me, this is what I've done, like this is how I act. And I was like, let's see. And so then I made it back to New York, and I just knew, I was like, there's no way. My like high school, I mean, up until 18, it hadn't been much life that I had lived, but it was pretty hectic. And I was like, if someone wants to use this for a show, then they're gonna use it. And that was it. Fun fact though, this is kind of like a weird spoiler, I actually was never in college.
Wow.
So if that says anything for you guys, my scout was like, it doesn't matter, like, doesn't, because I'm like, I'm not in college, it's college edition. And he's like, just go to the local school, get some papers, put your name on it, and that'll do. And I was like, okay, fine. And so that's what I did. So they like related all of these challenges. The whole season was based off of like how you would act as a college student. And I'm like, ugh. Mine was online. I was like an online student for communications. And all of my friends that know me, that's like the funniest thing to them. They're like, you punked that situation so hard. And I'm like, I know.
So if you would have won and they're like, here's your tuition money.
I actually never even registered that. Yeah. Ugh, they probably would have just not given it to me. They would have been like, just kidding. Figured out some way to get out of it.
Uh-huh. We have a visitor, guys. Cookie, come in.
I have a visitor behind me. I have 4 dogs, and I was like, I should get them all in. I know, it's too much.
Where are they? Let me see them.
Well, 3 of them are downstairs, and then 1 is here.
I thought you were drinking. Where's your drink? Oh!
Fred.
He or she? Oh, Fred.
Fred.
This is Cookie. Say hi, Cookie. Come on. Say hi, Cookie.
That's
girl.
cute. I have a little Chiweenie that looks like Cookie. His name is Hamilton.
Ciao.
Look at him. He loves you.
She likes to put on.
Oh, it's a she.
Yeah, it's a she.
Okay.
She likes to put on. She likes to put on.
Fred.
Kristen, I thought you were drinking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there it goes. Now, I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm drinking seltzer water with a splash of orange juice.
I thought you were going to have your celery juice.
Oh, I demolished it last night.
No. Well, I am drinking alcohol, and this is champagne.
I know that's right.
With ice in it because it was warm, so leave me alone.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're home. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So Jeremy R wants to know, did you watch the show before your cycle? And if you did, were you disappointed with the changes?
I did watch it, but I only watched like the first few seasons, and I didn't really care. I was like, this is cool. This is whatever. Like, it's a change. I don't remember being disappointed. I was just kind of like, oh, this is different. And like I said, like I just went on it just for like an experience. I was like, this is something to do and it can be fun. I was a huge fan, and then I think it's kind of like any show that just gets a little played, and I was just like, I'm not really interested in this anymore. Why are you making that face?
You're funny. I'm laughing.
No, so I wasn't disappointed. And I'm like a diehard Kelly Cutorone fan. Like, I've always been like, yeah, I told you before, I'm always like, someone that is like this mean person, I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is it? Like, what's happening here? And I've always been like, she's not mean at all. She's just who she is. And that's it. Like, let it be. Let it be. And so I was excited to see her.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think about the whole online social media fan voting aspect?
I mean, in the beginning, I liked it because it was
I bet you did.
It helped. So I was like, this is cool. Like, this is great. Like, people seem to be like vibing with me and my photos. And so that's kind of fun. And it was kind of like an enter into social media. Like, me personally, having modeled now for 8 years, like, my agents have really put an emphasis on my social media, and it's just been something that I've rejected, maybe because of like Top Model and knowing that it's just a platform for everyone and like everything goes. So I do it because I have to, and I think that it can be fun, but it's also never been something that's like my livelihood. So I thought it was cool. It worked for me, and it was like interesting, and I liked that my family got to see the photos like as they were being taken, and I'd call my mom and be like, what do you think? Like, what's going on? Like, how are the people reacting? So that was pretty cool that it was interactive with the fans at the time.
I remember when they rolled this out, and I was still a super fan of Top Model. I mean, I was a child at the time. I was still in like their key. Well, I'm still in their key demographic now, but I was like at the other end of it. Right now, 24. I turned 25 in less than a month.
Aquarius?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
You're an Aquarius?
Yes, my birthday is next week.
Oh, well, happy early birthday. Dang it.
Thank you.
Can I sing you happy birthday now?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
But I want the Marilyn Monroe version from like Mr. President. Slow and sensual. Oh. Get cookie. Yes.
This is my fur.
Actually, I love that.
I look like Layla on that run. Leila on that runway.
You did not.
Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kristen. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you. I'll send you a video singing. You can send me who you want it to be when it's you. I'm a terrible singer, though.
Let me see. Who do I want you? Ooh. I want to hear you sing the Stevie Wonder version of Happy Birthday.
My boyfriend tells me all the time that I'm a horrible singer. We like love to do karaoke at the house, so I'll try, but not right here.
No, not right here. I want you to practice. I want you to practice. And when you send it to me, I want it to be your best effort ever.
I got you.
Perfect. Okay, so Maya Gaia wants to know, what did you think about the new judges? So you've already talked about Kelly Cutorone. What were your thoughts on Bryanboy, new creative director Johnny, and Ryan? I mean, not Ryan, Rob. I'm sorry.
I thought you butchered Tyra. I was like, what is happening? Okay, so obviously Kelly Cutorone is like one after my own. I love her so much. I think she's incredible. I saw her in New York when I moved there after the show on the street. She was with her daughter, and she was just as awesome then as she was to all of the girls, or to me at least, on the show. Just like, how are you? Catching up. It was great. Bryanboy was so horrible to me on the show, but after, when I moved to New York, he invited me over, cooked me dinner. We drank wine all night and had the best time ever. And I like live for him now. He even said, he was like, yeah, I hated you on that show. And I was like, yeah, I know. You weren't hiding it at all. It was very obvious. And he was like, yeah. And then it was just kind of a thing. And So in the time, not so much. After, good terms. Rob, who is also an Aquarius, who shares my birthday, I didn't really have like much of a relationship with him. He didn't seem very like interested in getting to know me, and vice versa. So it was just indifferent. It was just, he was kind of there. And then I loved Johnny Wujeck, and I felt really sad about the moment that they aired. And I don't know if that was something that if he was told to react in the way that he did. And I can't even remember what I said, but there was some competition where or some challenge or photo shoot where I just said something to him in response, and he got offended by it, but like I didn't mean to be offensive at all. Like, my personality is a little bit sarcastic and can be kind of dry, and I'm very like a look girl. So it's like if I say something that I'm not trying to be offensive and I'm just like looking at you, like I'm not being a dick. So I'm actually sad about that, because I thought he was great and hilarious, and he's super talented, and I think that he maybe got an impression of me that was wrong, and maybe I hurt his feelings, and maybe he doesn't even give a shit. But I would have liked to be closer to him because I thought he was super cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to list one by one all of your castmates for cycle 19.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your brain.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
First one is Jessie.
Jessie was just really sweet. I didn't really spend much time with her.
Of course you didn't.
Why are you doing that? You're calling it out, by the way, these little things. I didn't spend much time with her. She was really nice. I've seen her in like some ads, actually, because now I'm out in LA, and I think she still lives in LA, but I see her in like some Instagram ads doing like things that are very like on brand for her. Like, she's cool, she's chill, she was happy. Like, I think she would have been like a nice person to stay in the house and just be like not as dramatic as everybody else. But I liked Jessie. She was nice.
Okay, Maria Tucker.
I also don't really have that much to say about Maria. Like, I don't know if I really even spoke to her that much. I think at the time I was probably a little bit intimidated and like envious of her and confused, because I, like I mentioned, wasn't in school and she is an intellect, and I was just like, I'm from Jacksonville and I'm like on the show because I'm bored. Like, why are you here? Like, you can be doing a lot of things, and this is maybe not it. But I think that she's so beautiful and so right for not chopping her locks. That's it.
Do you know like what she was experiencing that made her want to leave?
She probably was just like, this is bullshit. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. To be completely honest, like, she was just like, there were a lot of things that you had to do because it's not pressure, but you're like, this is what you're here for. You're signing up for the show and you're doing these things, and a lot of them are extremely embarrassing. And you can do it to like want to win and get that recognition that comes with being a winner, or you can be like, I don't need to do this. This isn't the only way that I can model or be successful. So she was probably just like, I'm gonna not do this. I don't want to chop my hair off, and I shouldn't be made to feel like an asshole because of it. And look, I cut my hair and they gave me bangs, and they pulled my bangs back for every single shoot. So you're telling me that the makeover is really at the benefit of the model? Like, y'all know it's not.
What about Darien?
Darien is just funny. All I can say is she's funny. She was hilarious. She was like, always had such an energy. She was so positive, so gorgeous. I just think of like limbs, just like legs, arms, everything, just so gorgeous and fun, and also gone way too soon. I would have loved for her to stay.
What about good old Destiny?
Destiny. Oh, so I was like super close with Destiny in the beginning. Like, when we were on the bus to the house before anybody had been eliminated, like her and I was like, yes, I see you. I see how you are, like, at the hip, like, super close. And I really liked that. And then there was something that happened. Obviously, we got into an argument, which you guys see, but there's a lot that went on behind the scenes that led to that argument that is, like, so trivial and just, it, I don't know. That was, like, such a waste of an argument, and, like, was such a plot in the show when it had nothing to do with what it actually was based around. But I enjoyed Destiny. We got into a fight, but that doesn't mean that I, like, hate her guts and I want her to die, like some people feel about me. But I vibe with that Destiny. I think she's in New York right now, which I'm bummed because I was in New York for 8 years and I would have totally hit her up had I known she was living there. But now I know.
What? So you're saying the argument was based on something else? You want to tell us what the argument was based on?
Yeah, I, like, grabbed something out of her purse, and it had been something that I had been using for a long time, and she just kind of, like, freaked out, and I was like, whoa, like, why are you freaking out? And I was like, it's fine. The cameras were there, and I was like, oh, doesn't need to be a thing. And then, but obviously I was like, you know, Kristen on TV, so I got pissed, and I let that anger get the best of me. And
hit me!
I was never going to back down from something in that moment. I was always going to be like, fine, you want to go there? Like, I'll definitely go there. Like, that's not an issue. Not realizing, like, this is going to be on TV. Like, some people are like, I can't cuss. My parents are going to watch this. I was like, I don't give a fuck about it. And now I'm like, shit. Maybe less cussing, less, like, yelling with food in my mouth. I'm just like the goldfish, like Kristen. So, but no ill will towards Destiny. I think she's great, and we were like homies in the beginning.
Hit me. And that means that I'm going to provoke all of you guys to hit me until you guys go home. I said, Kristen, no.
What do you want me to do? You know, I was in high school. I used to fight all the time. Like, it just happened. The way that my parents raised me was very much like, if somebody's being mean to you, you need to be mean to them twice as hard. And now I look back and I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like, that is not the right way to do something or to handle a situation. And it's only going to make it worse. And there's still been times in my life where somebody's pissed me off, but I'm like, I'm not going to, like, get into a physical altercation because it hurts and it's scary and it's not fun. So, yeah, I did it. Probably shouldn't have. But you guys have something to watch, so.
Ooh, Kristen, you know, not you, because, of course, this is, like, 10 years ago. But, you know, that type of attitude is, like, what I always wish I can encounter in public. Because I'm like, they haven't met me. They haven't met anyone like me, because I'm going to rain down like the hills of Sugar Shane on your forehead to the point where
my brother used to chase me around with a knife in the house. Like, there was something that I would do. Not anymore. He loves me so much. But I don't know what to tell you. I have friends now that are like, I really admire the fact that you can stick up for yourself. And then I have friends that are like, you need to calm the fuck down. So I think it's a balance.
Chris, let me ask you this. I'm about to segue back to pre-top model. I remember you said, no, girl, you're fine. Listen, girl, we over here chit-chatting.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just like getting into it.
Oh, no, you're fine. Listen. So I remember you said that you used to fight a lot in high school, right?
Yeah.
You used to beat bitches up?
I mean, what, you want to... I feel like I'm in a top model, like, interview right now on the show. I mean, listen.
Girl, what did you think I was going to be doing with you?
Touche. I think that there were a lot of times, and to be, like, really vulnerable with you, that isn't shown on the show, because when I was on the show, I didn't have any, like, vocabulary of expressing my emotions. Like, I didn't know I didn't know what I was feeling. I didn't know why I was feeling this way, and I didn't know how to relay that message to somebody. And so now I'm like, hey, I'm hurt because of X, Y, and Z. Like, next time, can this happen differently? And so in high school, like, I had a lot of family stuff, and I had a lot of issues that I didn't talk about on the show because I didn't realize in that moment that I was going through just like growing up and like figuring things out. And so that sadness, like when I watch Top Model, I see a really sad person of me, a sad version of myself, and very confused and frustrated and angry. And so anyone that would challenge anything that I had to say, that's all that I knew was kind of like a physical response, whether it was like yelling or hitting or just any way that I could make somebody feel pain that I was feeling. And now, obviously, that's not what I do. And I look back and I'm just like, that sucks that you were in that situation and that you caused other people pain in that way because you didn't know what you know now. But that's just what happened. Again, that's just what.
Which is why I was so excited to speak to you, because I'm just of the firm belief that everyone innately is good and everyone has good reasons for why they do what they do. Whether those reasons are good in the grand scheme of things, they've rationalized it some type of way. Sure. And a lot of times we see manifestations of people going through things, like you said, not having the vocabulary, not having the proper tools. And which is why I was so excited to speak to you and have everyone watch you, because I knew just from talking to you and like looking on your Instagram, like I knew you had gotten to that place, and it was important in curating the space that people see this and hear you speak like that. Now, my next question is, having gone through that and having been self-reflective of yourself, what is your advice to other people, young or old, who may be experiencing the same thing that you did, and you want to help them get to where you are?
That's a really good question. I've actually like thought about this before, because I know that I definitely like had bully tendencies, and I know that I was mean to people. And I always remember in school, people were like, don't bully, don't be mean, don't do these things. But nobody was actually like asking these people, like, what's happening to you? Like, why are you being so angry? Like, what are you feeling? Like, instead of just being like, don't be mean, it's like, let's give you an outlet or some other thing creatively, or a sport or something where you can relieve the frustration instead of just always being triggered and losing your shit. So now, actually, this would be amazing. I think everyone should take a yoga teacher training. Like, if I could give advice to everyone, I took one like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It changed my life completely. I like broke up with I was in a toxic relationship. I broke up with him. I made like a bunch of new friends and a really like supportive community. But in that training, like you just mentioned, I learned that everyone is going through something. Like at some point, everybody's either on a high or a low that you encounter in the day, and you don't know where they're at. So if someone's being a dick to you, it has nothing to do with you. And it could be something that they're going through trivial as like getting a parking ticket. So it's just like, be easy on everyone. Just like gives everybody a little bit of like empathy, and just like don't take it so seriously. Like if it's hurting you, I can't be like, get your tools by the age of 18 because you're so young, and that's just, it comes with experience. Yeah, and trial and error. But I think just like, it's hard to be like, this is what you should do, because I didn't learn it or realize it until maybe I'd tell them to go on a reality TV show. I'd be like, if you're an asshole, go on reality TV and then watch yourself, and then take a step back and be like, maybe that wasn't as necessary as it felt in the moment.
Beautiful. That was so freaking beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. No, thank you for that.
Yeah, it's true. Listen, I feel bad that I was a dick. People are always like, you're such a bitch. I'm like, yeah, I know, I was a bitch. I get it. But like, also, sometimes I was pissed, and so I was being a bitch. Like, I'm not gonna always apologize. Like, some moments my feelings were validated. The way that I felt was very real, but I could have, like, not cussed as much, or, like, not made fun of the way that people look, because that's fucking mean, and I hold a lot of, like, guilt for that. So
I love that you curse a lot. It makes me so happy, because I curse a lot.
Good.
It makes me very comfortable. Very, very, very comfortable. Listen, Kristen. Listen, you said you were a dick. If you were a dick, how many inches would you be?
Oh my god. Listen, I don't need anything too big. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop.
All right, back to the questions. What about Yvonne?
Oh, Yvonne. I love Yvonne. Yvonne is like, her laugh is infectious. You guys know this. Like, also, hello, like, fucking badass bitch now, killing it. I don't care what anyone says. She is, like, to me, the most successful thing to come from Top Model. She is everywhere. She is Athleta. She is Victoria's Secret. She is Gap. I can't turn a corner without seeing Yvonne. She lived in my neighborhood in Brooklyn, and we hung out a few times, and she just is always so positive, which I love, just being around that energy. And she's hilarious, and she's super smart and so gorgeous, like the most gorgeous. Yvonne.
What about Alyssa? She kissed the ground. Every time I do a Cycle 19 chat, I'm going to mention that Alyssa was the one who licked the fucking ground that a roach had walked over, and they still sent her home.
You guys know Alyssa is like my Pookie. Like, that was like my like true love in the show. She is great. She's hilarious. She is a good time always. I've seen her so many times. She's in Miami and I'm from Florida, so every time I go to Miami, she always makes it a point to come and see me. Like, I need to sleep next to her. People, like, I needed to be next to her. I needed to touch her. Like, I'm very like this with my people. I want them everywhere all the time. I love them. I want them to love me. Like, Alyssa was like one of the best things to happen on that show, I think. She's hilarious. And she's like, I love Alyssa because she's so ambitious. Like, she had her mood boards and she had these like goals and dreams for herself. Like, I was just kind of like in this moment of like, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But she's like, this is what I want to be doing this amount of time. And that was like cool. That was cool to see someone so motivated, because I hadn't really been around anyone like that.
Yeah, shout out to Alyssa. What about Brittany?
Brittany is amazing. I love Brittany. I've also seen Brittany a few times in LA. We actually went to Pride like 2 years ago, and that was a fucking
Which Pride you went to?
In LA. We were in West Hollywood at Blazing Saddles, I think it's like a thing. It was so much fun. But Brittany's awesome. She's also just like, I like remember her always putting her like zit cream on, like no shade, and her just like being hilarious and in everything that she was. Like, she was so herself and never apologized for that. And she's so sweet, and she's an actress. Like, she can hold the attention of a room. She's incredibly funny. I like love her, and I love her sister. I've hung out with her sister a couple of times, and they radiate. They're light.
Okay, what about Victoria? Victoria Henley.
I mean, I like what, I don't know. I don't really have much to say. Like, I think that she had it tough on the show as well. I think
she did.
But I know that a lot of people really liked her. Like, a lot of the fans had a positive response to her, which is great. Obviously, her and I had some differences, and we didn't really like hang out that often. There were a couple of times where I was upset with the show in handling Victoria, and not so much Victoria. I know it was like portrayed that I was super angry towards her, and sometimes sometimes I was annoyed. Sometimes I was like, this is annoying, I don't want to be around this person anymore. Like, but I also didn't like hate Victoria for this issue that we all like were concerned about, and I didn't want to like make fun of it. I was more concerned with the show because I was concerned with what we were witnessing, and I thought it was bullshit that ANTM was just exposing these like vulnerable girls and using them to the benefit of a reality TV show, which is like how I often feel about myself, which some people might not agree, but I think it's not fair if you see someone that's in pain and someone that's suffering, that you guys are going to highlight that and use it for ratings. So maybe I'm naive because it's a TV show and you should know that, but I know that Victoria's doing well, and I know that she's fine, and I like wish her all the best, and I like apologize any pain that I caused anyone, but I don't really have much else to say.
I'm curious to know, from your perspective, what did you see as moments where production was trying to negatively exploit her?
Well, I went to production and I was like, I don't think this person, and I want to say right now, this is not me attacking Victoria. Like, replace Victoria with a different person. It doesn't matter who it is. It's not her character. It's just a body and what this body was going through. And I went to production. I was like, I'm a little bit worried. Like, I don't think that this is like the best situation for this person. I don't know. And like, a lot of the girls felt the same exact way that I did. And it just, I don't know. I feel like a modeling TV show and an eating disorder, and I'm by no means saying that she had an eating disorder, but that was what was being talked about at the time. Like, I think we should, as that platform, it should be taken a little bit more responsibly. Like, me calling someone a bitch is like whatever, but if somebody's actually suffering some like issues that we could help or prevent or not glamorize for the sake of ratings, like, we should do it. And it wasn't done, and everybody felt the same way. Whether or not they aired it, they did, and that was that.
What about Nastasia?
Nastasia is amazing. Nastasia is like also so happy and nice to everyone. It's funny to like look at these girls and be like, how are you so nice to everyone? And I'm like, I guess I get it. It's not that hard. But she was just like kind of like, just don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. And so she always like brought everyone back. Like, if someone was like stressed or frantic or whatever, she was just like very motherly, and she's like, okay, like, let's like devil's advocate, let's read the room, let's assess the situation. Like, she's great. I ran into her at some castings in New York. She's a beautiful baby. She's doing like amazing work for women's like bodies and positivity around like bounce back culture from pregnant women. Like, I love her and I love everything that she's doing.
Okay, what about Leila?
Oh, Leila. I mean, obviously Leila and I did not get along on the show, but I know that she is absolutely killing it right now. And I know a lot of people ask me if I'm jealous, and I'm not. I know it's hard for them to believe, but I'm just truly like happy for her. So that's it. Like, I'm happy for her. I was mean to her. Shouldn't have been, but I think that she did amazingly in the competition. I didn't know anything about modeling during that show, and if I did, I would have been like, oh yeah, you're the one. Like, you're the one that's gonna win this, or that should win this. And obviously that's trickled down into her actual modeling career outside of ANTM. She's killing it. She's absolutely killing it. I had a friend that worked at Calvin Klein, and that was one of her main clients, and every time I'm just like, she looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes. What about Kiara?
Kiara, I know Kiara. It's funny because I look back now and I feel like there's this like, I mean, she said it multiple times, but there's this kind of like older sister role and like also motherly role that she just takes on, and I didn't realize it in the house, but now I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not one that her and I like shared a lot of positive moments for, but I like so vividly remember this chili that she made for everyone, and me, like, I love chili, and I remember I was like, I know you don't like really love me, but I love that you're letting me eat this chili because chili is so good, and we're gonna sit down and have a family dinner and eat this chili. And I think I'd like sneak back into the kitchen and like eat chili with no one see. I know I've also heard that she's doing really well and she's beautiful, and that's it. I hope the best for her. And she's a mom, which is awesome. I don't know if anyone knows this about me, but I'm a doula and I'm currently in school studying to become a lactation consultant. So my passion that I've really found is like working in the birth world and moms, babies, boobs, all of it. I like love and want to like be around and help. So I love that she has a child, and I know she will be an amazing mother. or is.
No, she has children. That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So that means when I'm ready to conceive, you'll help me.
Call me.
Oh my goodness. And last but not least, Laura James.
Oh, Laura. I love Laura. I also have hung out with Laura in LA. We like had the weirdest sketchy night in LA. Loved her on the show. I think she was like really misunderstood and such an angel and wanted to also just be so kind to everyone. I don't ever remember for a second her being nasty towards anyone. Maybe like some clips where I'm being a little bit mean, she's like involving herself in that or just like letting me vent and agreeing. But I love Laura, and I think that she's also gone on to do some great things, and she's acting now, and I think that's it. She's awesome. You guys know how I feel about Laura.
Yeah. Everyone down in the comments are calling you Kristen, the queen of boobs.
Of boobs?
Of boobs.
Why? Because I love boobs?
No, because what you just said you're going to do.
Lactation consultant? Okay, I love this. This works for me. Yes, mean girl turned queen of boobs.
So that means back then the only thing you really had to do was go squeeze a tit and you could have been okay.
Yeah. Why are you gonna do me like that? Maybe, actually, maybe. My stress reliever.
Zenith wants to know, is there anything about the Tyra Suite drama that Kristen would like to share? Here's the context. Laura basically betraying Leila but not choosing her to share the Tyra Suite and choosing Kristen instead, even though Leila and Laura were friends.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember that being like such a big deal. I don't know what was going on between Laura and Leila, and I just know that Laura picked me, and to be honest, I probably wasn't getting in there on my own. So I needed someone to pick me and bring me in there. And it's so funny because I look back at the clothes now and I'm like, I loved that dress and I looked horrible in it. Like, why was I wearing that? I don't think there was anything that scandalous. I think that was a bit of a reach from production. She chose me, I went in, and that was it.
Simple.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know what was going through your head during the infamous "I'm a real bitch" argument while she bounced on the bed with a smirk on her face.
That's like actually one of my favorite clips from that entire season, because I feel like that truly just like represents what was like who I was in that moment, where I'm just like, okay, something's happening. It's interesting, like for me to watch. I'm not involved, so cool. And it's just like hilarious. It's like people just yelling back and forth. You guys, we're in a house with only these women that we've just met. And we're supposed to like love each other. Like maybe now I would, but I like get annoyed with my boyfriend who I live with, because living with someone is annoying sometimes. And then it's like a bunch of strangers, and it's just like, you guys are gonna get on each other's nerves. Not gonna go to bed early enough, or you're not gonna make the bed, or you're not gonna clean your dishes, or whatever it is. Something's gonna piss you off. It's gonna set you off. You're in a competition, getting stressed out. There are lots of restrictions and rules, and so they were yelling at each other, and I was just like, this is hilarious, and I don't know, I'm just gonna like watch it and see what happens.
So the fans down in the comments just reminded me that when I spoke to Victoria, I asked her about this, and still in 2021 she didn't understand the context of a real bitch, and I had to explain to her when they were saying "I'm a real bitch," what they were actually saying.
What did she think?
I don't remember what Mama thought, but I had to tell her that in different sentences, the connotation and the denotation is different. So, when Kiara was saying "I'm a real bitch," she was saying, I'm authentic, I'm genuine, all the other stuff. And she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Now just like change that and make every time someone's called me a bitch, they're just calling me like a real bitch. And then everyone loves me.
Okay, so now I'm going to the Johnny Wujeck moment. This is from Playbook. He's asking, what was the context behind her comments to Johnny Wujeck you spoke about this earlier, when she said, in quotations, I can't pretend to laugh at your lame jokes. During their zombie apocalypse photo shoot, Johnny seemed offended by it. Now that you know what you said, do you want to speak on it a little bit more?
I mean, I like still think that that's funny, and I still would say that to someone to this day. Like someone that was my friend that I like, we had spent time together. Like it wasn't like I'd met him for the first time, and I was just like, you are not funny, and you should shut the fuck up. I was just like, I'm not gonna pretend to laugh at your lame jokes. Like he had a banter with him, you know, like he would go back and forth with us, and he was quick, and he was funny, and he was outgoing, and so I just genuinely didn't think it would hurt his feelings. I'm not trying to like hurt his feelings. Like I liked him a lot. Like I said, that made me really sad. I was like, shit, now you hate me? It was like, the look that I gave you was like, this is a joke. Like I'm being like sarcastic, but I guess it didn't. Bad joke. Next time.
But you know what? Now that I'm talking to you, which again, like I said earlier, I understand it's a show, it's edited, it's a whole lot of things that play going on. But I'm getting, and I'm pretty sure everyone watching this right now is getting a full scope of your personality and like how you tell jokes, when you're being sarcastic, when you're actually being serious and stuff like that. But I can also see how someone who probably, you know, doesn't really know you that well can take offense to it.
Yeah, sure. And
okay, let's keep it all going. And I'm fast forwarding to the end. The Shaky Villa wants to know, can we talk about how this was one of the only seasons where they showed backstage footage of an elimination? Aren't the girls usually on ice during deliberation? Also love me some Kristen. So they're speaking about your final minutes on Top Model when you guys were in the back. And Kristen, I'm not going to lie. See, I'm a real bitch.
You'd have said something?
No, I'm going to say it right now. No, I haven't said nothing yet. I was waiting to talk to you because I'm a real bitch. Girl, I was watching it. And first of all, I have to give you your props. Like I gave you your props earlier. If you're going to be that one, be the one true and true all the way through. When you said, I don't understand why you guys are laughing, and there are people in here who are worried about their photos.
I stand by that.
What do you mean, woman?
Stand by that.
Okay, tell me. Anytime there was an elimination and the girls were in the back, and maybe this is because nobody liked me, or also people liked me on this show. Let's like put that in there. Everyone thinks that like nobody, there were just a few that didn't like me. So the people that didn't like me were the ones that were left, which was hilarious. But everyone was quiet. Like everyone was chill. Like people were freaking out. People were really stressed out. Like in the back, they're like, I don't know what's happening. People were like, oh God, like, are you okay? Like, let's see what comes, like, with the other scores, how they add up. Like, extremely supportive. Like, for the most part, it was a very, like, safe space to be in. And so when I went back, and obviously there was, like, some issues, and there were people being so, like, outwardly excited, I was like, this is making me mad right now, and I don't have the tools to express this to them, so I'm going to scream at them to shut the fuck up. That's how I felt. You know, like, my feelings were hurt. My feelings were hurt in that moment. Like, the entire time, everybody had shown everyone the decency of just, like, until it happened, until you were at the house, until whatever. Like, just chill. Myself included. Like, I would do good sometimes, and I would just sit there and, like, wait and whatever. It was really stressful. And so that's why I said that, and out of context, it looks absolutely insane because you have no idea what's happening. And that's why people are like, you can't blame the edit. I'm like, but I totally can, because there are so many things that are behind the scenes that you guys didn't see, and it looks bad, and it is mean that I'm screaming and cussing, but I'm not just like flailing around for no reason because everybody's being so lovely to me. Like, there's shit that happened. Also, I was over it. Like, I wanted to be in Jamaica, hanging out with the girls.
I was not. I was just like, this is not fun for me anymore. I want to go hang out with Alyssa, like in the other villa, and like go to the beach. Like, this sucks. Like, I'm not doing well. I don't really care about this. I think the only times I cried on the entire show is when Alyssa left, and then when I got eliminated, because I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm over this shit. I want to go home.
So to get this right, you spoke up in that moment in the manner in which you did, because the precedents that have been set amongst the girls was that when you guys got back in the holding room and someone, like, you girls were comforting to the other girls, like it was a safe space for the girls to come back there. There was no gloating. There wasn't any of that. The expectation was that this is a place for us to support each other, to allow other girls to feel the things and all the things. And so Kiara and them being so overjoyed was way different from what you had experienced up until that moment.
That's how I feel.
Oh, that makes sense to me. See, that makes sense. This is why I love doing this.
But they may disagree, and also, like, I don't, like, they didn't owe, like, as much as I say that they owe me and that was a space, like, obviously in that moment, we were not friends, and so they did not care how I felt, and so that's fine. Like, that's how they acted, and that's okay, and that's how I responded, and that's how it went down. So everyone needs to just...
You know what? Again, the people may say a lot of things about how you were presented on that show, but I will give a bitch her props. Let me tell you something. When you started going off on all them, you said, Leila, shut up, because I don't even like you anyway. So I don't even know why the fuck you talking. I said, oh my God. Kristen is, girl, say what you want to say about it, but at least she's being honest. I don't even like you, so why would I even respect you? As crazy as that sounds, at least she's being honest about
Yeah, it sounds so crazy, but...
Why are you even talking? Because I don't even like you. Oh my God.
Which I would never say to anyone ever right now. That would be so cruel. But I just, like, that was me. I didn't know anything except how to be myself. I was just like, yeah, I'm feisty. I'm also hilarious. I don't know if anyone watched the, like, behind the scenes or, like, the meltdowns, like the top 10 meltdowns. And I feel like that was the only episode that, like, really represented me. There were moments where I was yelling, but there were also moments when I was super supportive and fun. Mm-hmm. I remember shooting that, and for the most part, having an okay time and being like, oh, I don't have that much drama that's, like, more than my regular life. Whatever, it's going to be on the air. People are going to see it. And then when it aired, I was like, this is an actual fucking nightmare. And I cannot believe that this is, like, how everyone is being portrayed. And I asked Laura today, I was like, was I a bitch? Like, I'm so confused. Maybe I just don't remember it. And she was like, you weren't a bitch. And I was like, all right, I'll take that. I'll just leave it there. Like, I don't need to dig any further or ask anyone else. Just Laura.
So another question, while you're speaking about Laura, when you left in your exit interview, you was like, I didn't connect with any of these girls. I'm so glad I don't have to see them because I'll probably never see them again in life. A lot of questions from the fans saying, you know, you were friends with Laura. Why didn't you say Laura's name? And then, you know, you hugged Nastasia. What about Nastasia? So clear that up for us, please. What did you mean in that moment?
I mean, I was just probably angry. I was just probably like, this is stupid. Which should, like, sound so bad because I've heard myself say that on the show so many times. I've heard myself be like, this is stupid. This is stupid. And it's like, use your words. Like, express how you're actually feeling, because this is stupid makes you seem like a brat. But I just...
This is great, guys. I hope you guys are listening. This is great. Like, this is amazing.
It's true, though. Like, I look back and I'm like, at the time, I was like, whatever. Like, I didn't really, like, none of the judges liked me at all. And that was supposed to be all that mattered. And then I, like, had some friends that had been gone for a long time in the house, except for, like, Laura. But I was still, like, competing against Laura, you know? So it was still this weird, like, mix of, I love you so much and I support you and I want you to win, but I also, like, don't because I want to win. So my people for having a dying phone on an interview, but I have to charge my phone.
Do you have? Can you go plug it up?
Yeah, can I move? Can I take you guys inside?
Yeah, go move, girl. Girl, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Do you want to go to the bathroom? Oh, it didn't die. See, here we go. Did it die? Is she still here? I think it died. I think it died. Why do my friends do this to me, guys? They know these days are coming. They know I'm coming. I've only done like 40 plus with these. But I am really, really, all jokes aside, I'm really enjoying this. And I knew you guys would enjoy it because I can just tell. Well, no, we not buying a Tyra today, y'all. That's all Kristen in her in her low battery. Tyra ain't do nothing. We're not gonna blame this one on Tyra. She ain't do this. We're not gonna bind Tyra right now. We're not gonna bind her. But I knew that out of all of them, this would probably be one of the ones where we learned a lot because the general consensus was that, you know, Kristen is one of the bitchiest villains that ever existed on Top Model. And while she's even admitting in herself, yes, I felt like that, there were reasons why I reacted that way. These are the things that I was dealing with, and this is how it manifested itself in the world. And most importantly, now that she's here talking to us, this is how I've looked back on that behavior, and this is how I've decided to correct it. And I knew that it would be a lot of teachable moments in this live, talking to her, hearing her speak, that I knew myself and so many of you guys out there watching could take away. And this is why I love doing these things, because we get to see these girls who we've boxed in these top model moments, and we've locked in these different things that we believe about their personalities, not realizing there are so many factors. These bitches are young. It's a competition. They can't smoke, drink. They ain't got no man. They not, it's all this stuff, and it's like you have to take in consideration all those things. Okay, before I bring Kristen back on, Kristen, I see you, girl. I'm gonna close my blinds because I don't want the boys looking at me. I don't got no panties on. Ugh! Y'all, that's why I keep scooting out the camera every time I gotta get up, because I don't want y'all to see the fountain of youth. Yes, ma'am. She's back. All right, Kristen, let's take it on home. Did you refill your glass?
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, wait, can I show you Mooney?
Hi, Mooney. Oh, hi, Mooney. Mooney is chilling.
Hey, this is so embarrassing. Okay, one sec.
Don't be embarrassed.
Mooney.
Tear it up. Mooney, don't step on the phone now. What are y'all doing over there while I wait on Kristen to get back? Oh, yes, I'm a nudist. Let me tell y'all. Before I get on these chats with y'all, I mean, yes. Once I hit end on this, yes. I hate clothes. I hate underwear. I hate socks. I feel like clothes and food should be the last thing that anyone has to deal with. Just go eat something. Go put something on. I hate ironing, washing clothes. It's just, ugh.
Are you talking about my messy bed?
No, I didn't see the bed. Let me see it now. Oh, it's not messy.
My babies.
Hi, little doggies. The other one is going outside.
I know. That's Hamilton. Sorry about that.
No, you're totally fine. You're so fine. Okay, let's keep on going. Y'all, I'm using my computer today. I normally use my phone, but I thought I'd be fancy slightly.
Nice.
American Shade with Brittany King wants to know, question, there's been a few ANTM contestants who dated celebrities. Did any celebrities ask you out after the show?
No. No. No one wants to date me.
I don't believe that.
I know. I actually have a boyfriend who's very loving, and he loves me very much. But no celebrities. Yeah, no. I wish I could say. I mean, I have so many crushes. I've slid in previously, before my boyfriend, to celebrity DMs, but they didn't answer.
They didn't answer. Whose DMs did you slide in?
Chuck Bass, which I know he's like problematic, and this was like pre everything coming out, but I love Gossip Girl.
Mm-hmm. So. And he didn't read it. It's probably for the best.
I agree.
Definitely for the best.
Rejection is protection. Who says that?
Hey! That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good rejection is protection. Okay. Shumi wants to know, does she feel like Laura deserved to win? So many questions about this. Laura's win was so controversial because people felt like, why? And I'm just gonna put it the way that people say it. Why? She comes from a family of successful people in this business. She already has foot into the industry. Why is she here? And why is she taking this moment away from another girl who can use this? How do you view that? Those are my opinions, by the way.
Yes.
Those are not my opinions.
Of course. No, I know that this is like a thing. And I'm sure that Laura, like, that was her, like, storyline, right? And so a lot of people probably go at her for that and saying that she doesn't deserve it. And that's kind of bullshit. Like, she went through everything the same way that we all did. She put her energy into it. She showed up. She did it. And she won. Like, who cares if her parents were actors? The only models you see on magazines right now are from, like, a Kardashian, a Jenner.
Kristen, what is your phone doing? Are you back? Is she back? Is she back? I see you moving.
Hello?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Oliver.
Can you see me or hear me? Okay, let's do this. Okay, she left. Okay, yeah, now it's officially Tyra. Tyra, let's do it all together, folks. Tyra, we bind you. We bind you from doing harm to yourself and harm to our internet connection. Tyra, we bind you from doing harm to yourself, harm to others, and harm to our internet connection. Tyra, we bind you from doing harm to yourself and harm to others and harm to our internet connection. Tyra, we bind you from doing harm to yourself, harm to others, and harm to our internet connection. We all said it. It's sent up. Great. Yes. We bind you, Tyra. We bind you.
We bind you. That is so hilarious that you do that. I love that. Okay, I want to like make this really clear about Laura because I don't know where you guys like where it cut off, but I was saying that Laura showed up. She put in the energy and her time and her emotions, and she won, and that's it. And it doesn't matter that she's who her family is. Like, her family didn't come on and do all of the challenges and the photo shoots. Laura's stunning, and she's tall, and she's a model. Like, that's it. And she won the competition, and she didn't. Do you think she took anything from anyone? Because everybody else on the show seems to be killing it just fine, if they won or not. So I don't think that it was like a waste. I think that that's, again, just like a reach from bored fans.
I mean, me personally, I don't reconcile it that way. Like, I never viewed it that way, even back then. I mean, I don't know. My brain didn't say she took something from someone or she had a leg up. Like, I didn't view it that way. I think what people want to say is that their person who they wanted to win didn't win. And a lot of times, you know, humans do this a lot, and it gets on my fucking nerves. humans, because they feel some sort of way and they don't know, they either don't know the right words to say or they don't want to admit their reasoning, they'll try to create this whole other narrative on, like, to justify what they're feeling and how they see it. Like, you know, that like those logical fallacies and shit like that. It gets on my nerves. I never thought she stole anything from me. I mean, she was there, she showed up, like you said, she did the challenges. It's just the people probably wanted somebody else to win and it didn't happen.
Yeah. That's fair.
In life, you win some and you lose some.
Yeah, I watch competition shows. Like, I love RuPaul. There are people that I love that I don't think won, and I'm not like going on their Instagrams and harassing them. Like, I love Miss Cracker. I love her. I thought she was going to be amazing. I did not think that Aquaria was going to win. She did, and she killed it, and she deserved it. But I'm not going on Aquaria's Instagram being like, you didn't deserve it. That's what's so crazy about these fans sometimes. Is like, I like definitely in the privacy of my home have an opinion on people I've never met before, that I've only seen their personalities on TV. That's just life. But I am not going to search for them on Instagram and tell them that I put a hex on them and that I just buried a cemetery, or like dug a grave in a cemetery, and like by midnight tonight some creepy shit is going to be happening to me. Because the shit that I get is out of control. And I'm like, just talk shit about me to your friends in your house. Like, do it. That's fine. But is it necessary to like go and find someone's Instagram and like harass them? It's just like, we have better things we could be doing right now with our time.
Yeah, I try to, on the web series that I'm on right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the people's champ, and you know, anytime people come against me on the show, people like go at them really hard, which sometimes, you know, it is justified. But like when they start getting into like dark stuff, like calling them out of their name and doing threats like that, and you know, they're like DMing me thinking I'm gonna like go along with it. I'm like, that's not cool. Like, that's not cool, and it's just not cool. And everyone watching right now and that will watch, how would you fucking feel if someone came into your house and told you that they were going to do nasty things to you? People have to understand, like, I get it, but we're all human. We're all human. I bet if it's 225 people watching us right now. I bet it's 10 of y'all right now that if I went live with y'all and asked y'all what was going on in your house, we will all want to go bury 10 chicken bones in a box.
And you know what's even better is like, they're truly just trolls, because my boyfriend loves it. He's like, if I had people coming for me like they come for you, I would love this, because he's super quick and he doesn't let things bother him. And sometimes like, give me your phone, and he'll take it and he'll respond to someone, something not mean, something like not like, I'm not like arguing, it's just something like so random and stupid. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you would see this. I love you so much. I didn't mean to say those like nasty things.
I don't get that. I will never get it. And listen, anybody who subscribes to me or anybody, like, if y'all out here doing that shit, I don't like you. Like, I don't like you. Stop it right now. It's not healthy. Like, these people are human. These people are human. They're human. And you also have to understand it's for entertainment.
It's not that serious. It is not that serious. Like, it just, I was like reading something the other day, and it's like this negative self-talk that everybody does. And it's like, you wouldn't talk to someone the way that you talk to yourself. And then it was also saying that like, once you like read these things too, like you see these things, it's gonna stick with you. So it's like, I can brush it off and be like, I don't care as much as I want, and be like, this person doesn't exist and I'll never see them. But it's like constantly reading just like bullshit after bullshit. Like, you guys need to stop. Like, it's not cute, and you're just trolls. Like, get a fucking hobby. And my boyfriend's always like, don't say that, like, don't tell them to stop. And I'm like, no, they need to stop. And I'm gonna say, like, it's like 2021. Like, I've learned, you can learn too. Read a fucking book.
Read a fucking book. Start with the Bible.
The Bible. Get the fucking Bible.
You know, a part of I'm about to be on TV like in a month on WeTV,
Yeah.
and I'm very nervous because I'm like, you know,
people are gonna love you. You don't
we'll
have to
see.
worry.
Well, here's the thing. Well, it's just I don't know yet. I don't know, and that's like the most thing I'm nervous about because I don't know how it's going to be presented to the people because you know yeah, and so I just don't know, and I'm just like I just hope, which I think I am, like doing this and like other stuff, like I feel like I'm impervious to it, but I'm just like I just don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe I have to give you my password and username and you can talk to him.
Yeah, or maybe I should interview you when your series airs in case you need to do some collateral damage.
Some collateral damage?
Yeah. You're gonna be fine. People are gonna love you. Normally when someone's like, I'm going on a reality TV show, I'm like, do not. But like I don't know. Have you ever, like, I've never seen anyone say anything. I mean, I literally watched you in the shower, like, give me a pep talk. And I was like, this is the type of person that I need in my life. Like, I will watch you on TV and I'm not going to talk shit. And if they do talk shit, it sucks. And it hurts your feelings and it's not fun. But also, like, I'm living my best life. I'm working. I'm happy. I have dogs. Like, I'm healthy. That's it. That's all you can like ask for, really. Okay. I have champagne, endless supply of wine.
Endless supply. I like red special blends.
Yeah, I should actually send you some wine.
Do you make it, or you just
no, but I really love like natural wine, and I have a friend who has this like the Instagram that's called Natural Wine Company, and they post a bunch of really great wines and like have some specials, and I should send you some because if you love it. I don't know, natural wine, some people are like it's stupid and not necessary, but I love it, and we've gotten really into it during quarantine.
Oh, I would really like that. That would be dope.
Yeah, I'll send some recommendations.
So listen, I mean, you've like answered all of my questions, like in that whole little thing you did. So I'm like, okay, which one do I go to? Did you walk the final runway? Oh no, you did walk the final runway. That was a stupid question. How was it walking the final runway?
It was scary. I got really, really nervous. I also really hated the theme and the looks. I was like, this is crazy, and I looked insane. And I was like, they could have done this so much better than this. But again, I feel like they just want to like break us down. But it was scary. I don't do shows. I haven't done a show since I've started modeling, and I think I would be really terrified to do one now. It's just like an energy burst. It's kind of how I felt before this live, probably. Where I'm just like, I'm gonna throw up.
Do you still feel that same way?
No, I feel great. This is super fun. I love it. Yeah, it's really, really fun. And like, I feel like long overdue.
Well, I'm gonna cry.
I'll cry with you.
What is your favorite photo shoot, and what is your least favorite photo shoot?
Okay. So my favorite in terms of like most fun and natural for me was obviously the cheer one. That one was super fun for me. I loved my outfit. I thought that I was going to kill it. And my favorite like final photo is probably the milk one. Like that photo I thought was so sick, and everybody thinks that I was like such a brat, and I kind of was, because I was just choking on like 6 gallons of milk that I'm like pouring down myself, and it was really, really cold. But the reason that I acted the way that I did is because they wouldn't let me change. Like I asked so many people, I was like, hey, do you guys mind if I just like take these clothes off that are soiled in like cold milk, and do you mind if I put my robe on like while we do this? And they're like, no, you can't. You have to sit in those clothes that were covered in milk. And I was just like, that is not fun for me. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like sit in wet clothes, especially if it's milk. So that's why I was a little bit annoyed by that. I also remember everyone just laughing the whole time on set. Like, everyone that was behind the scenes and like the photographer, and I don't think they meant it in like a nasty way, but again, I was like, this is pretty embarrassing for me. And like, I've been on set where I've never had anyone be like, do something you're uncomfortable with, and also we're all gonna laugh at you while you're doing it. Like, that's not how it works in the real world of the industry. People are very accommodating, and they want you to feel good and comfortable and safe so that they can get a good shot. And so that whole thing was like a little bit annoying, but they blew it out of proportion, and I loved the end result. I thought the shot was really cool.
No, it is a dope shot.
Yeah, I loved it. And my least favorite was a waterfall, because I had a shower curtain bobby pinned to my head, and I was in a waterfall with like gushes of Mother Nature coming down my head, dragging this shower curtain off of my head. And I'm like, how is this supposed to be cute? But
Gushes
that photo
of
was
Mother Nature.
Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy.
You are special. This is so amazing. Okay. A lot of questions about your post-top model career. Can you brag for us right now?
Brag. I mean, okay, so I like modeling just fell into my lap, kind of. I wasn't ever like, I need to be a model. I must be a model. Like, in order for me to be happy with my life, I have to like take photos for a living, which is why I've done so many different things now, trying to find a new career, which is what I'm doing right now. So I don't really like, I grew up in Florida, like with flip-flops and sandals. I'm not like a huge fashion person. Yeah, so I'm just like, okay, like it's beautiful and these clothes are gorgeous, but I never really did any like super creative fashion stuff that like felt like an outlet for me. I did a lot of commercial work. I just did a lot of like beauty stuff, so makeup brands and hair, which is great. They pay like, but no, I don't know. Maybelline was a big client of mine for a while, but I did a commercial for them, which was really fun. Video work is fun for me. I enjoy that a little bit more. But yeah, just like e-com, commercial stuff. No like Leila brags. Like Leila's crushing.
Yeah, she's big pussy.
She's crushing. And Yvonne, like, God bless Yvonne, fucking killing it. So nothing like them. I'm just paying the bills, paying my way through school. Finally, I'm like finally a college student. So
that is funny. Everybody who's just joining in, Kristen told us that while she was competing on Top Model, the college edition, her ass wasn't even enrolled in no one's higher institution for education.
They'd be like, so how does this relate to you being in college? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm like, well, my school's online, so I can pretty much do it wherever I want. It's just on a computer. Yeah.
Holiday 197 wants to know, how was your experience with production? You talked about it earlier, about you talking to them about the things you were seeing with Victoria. Any other stories you want to share with us about your relationship with them?
I mean, so we had Wranglers, which I'm sure you guys like had girls talk about the Wranglers. It's just an assigned person to the girls, and the Wrangler is like truly your saving grace, because if you have to go to the bathroom or you're hungry or you're feeling uncomfortable, like that's someone that's separated from the show that is only there to make sure that you're okay. And our Wrangler, her name was Vanika, and like she holds a special place in my heart even to this day. I saw her 2 years ago. I came out to LA and went to her engagement party because she just, and Robin too, everyone will know, that was on the series. Vanika and Robin, they were amazing. Like, they just truly had our backs and would like stick up if they wouldn't let us go to the bathroom. Like, if production was like, no, you can't, Vanika and Robin would be like, they will, and they're gonna do it right now. And so that was it. I mean, the camera dudes were hilarious. Just, they kind of had, I don't remember any of their names, but like by the end of it, you had like a relationship with them. Like, you spend so much time with them and you couldn't talk to them. So it's this very kind of like girlish, like just childish thing where something will happen and they'll laugh, you know, or they'll be like, what in the fuck is going on? So it was pretty good. There was only that one thing, and I don't think that was like production on an end that we were ever involved in. Like, that was probably a higher up that was making those decisions that we never even were in contact with.
Fair. What are your opinions on Tyra Banks, both while filming the show and afterwards?
I like didn't talk to Tyra at all. Like, Tyra never spoke to me off camera. And when she did speak to me on camera, I think it was just what she was told, the relationship she was told to like develop between her and I. So sometimes it was good, mostly in the beginning, and then it kind of declined, and there was this like pretty girl bullshit that was like put around me. And if I would ask like a genuine question, like, how do you be like less pretty, because you guys are telling me that it's too looks too good, and I'm like, okay, well, how does it look not as good? And I don't think that I got any like real guidance from her. So I know that there are like some articles that have come out about the show being problematic, and that in itself I agree with, but I don't think that that's single-handedly Tyra's fault. I don't know. I don't really know her. I don't think she would remember me. Like, maybe, but probably not. Probably not.
Listen, I was gonna ask this question, but I see it's keeps popping up in the comments. People want to know, did Tyra really take those photos of you guys, and what was it like in the photo shoot with her?
In the waterfall, that one in Jamaica. Yeah, she did take those, and that was super cool, and I was really excited for that. But I couldn't hear anything because she was so far from me, and I was in the middle of a waterfall. And so I was just, that actually is so sketchy now that I look back at it, that I'm just like, I mean, I'm sure there were people there that in case something happened, God forbid, but I was literally being dragged down by this huge shower curtain in this waterfall and like scaling these rocks and having Tyra thinking this is going to be my moment to shine, and she couldn't like hear me and I couldn't hear her. So it wasn't like the most ideal shooting situation, but she did take them. Yeah.
Good. Well,
yeah.
Listen, one last, well, I have one final question, but last question for this. If you could turn back the clock, what would you have done differently on the show?
I would not have gone on the show.
Oh.
I would have spared myself and just probably not gone on. I mean, I love like the girls and the girls that I like still have this relationship with, but to be completely honest with you, it didn't really do anything for me post Top Model. All it's really done is kind of like give me some like comments on Instagram every now and then. But I'm being completely honest. I'm not trying to be shady at all. Like, it did not really, like, I was scouted in Jacksonville completely separate from Top Model. And that's how I actually started modeling in New York. So I probably would have not done it.
Oh,
Is that funny. So bad? Is that bad?
No, it was just funny. That was funny. Okay, listen. At this moment, the people who are not strangers know what time it is. If you got a badge, you can now ask your question. You get a badge. I will see the badge pop up next to your name, and I will ask Miss Kristen here while we have her live. And I'm not going to hold her long. It's 6:43, so hey, maybe we can be done by 6:50. Who knows? But
okay.
I just don't like holding you girls too long.
I'm having a blast. This is fun.
Especially since you didn't even know this was a Top Model interview. She was like, girl, why are you asking all these questions about Top Model? I mean, it's only.
I thought we were just going to be like hanging out. I know. I'm sorry. I was going to show you my dog, give you the tour of my house. Like,
where are you in the world?
I'm in LA.
LA. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, I know. I have some family in Georgia, but they're like mostly in Tennessee and Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Beautiful Brown Eyes wants to know, what are the differences between modeling on the show and modeling in real life? Did you take anything from the show with you, like shoes not fitting, critiques? etc.?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. When it comes to like the actual culture and how sets are, like I did a job the other day and it was me, photographer, and the client. There wasn't stylist. I did my own hair and makeup. Like it was very minimal and it was super chill. And if I wanted to see the photo, I could see the photo and that was it. When we're on set, it's like production of a TV show and you can only shoot for 30 minutes and you don't get to see any of your photos. And so that's like the biggest difference. And the shoots are so unrealistic. And just their creative aspect for me anyways, because I mostly did commercial stuff, so it wasn't anything like too crazy. But things that I did take are, yes, shoes not fitting is a real thing. Shooting in a climate that you're not dressed for. So the waterfall shoot was uncomfortable for me, but I've definitely been in a bathing suit in 30 degrees outside. And also Tyra saying you have to model head to toe, like it's a real thing there. And it's not something that I am conscious of because I do a lot of beauty stuff, but I notice that like my toe is pointed or like my leg is flexed or I'm still like sitting in a certain way because it's a whole thing. So that is something that I took from her for sure.
Dope.
Yeah.
Little Becky here, what did you think about the makeovers? Did you like yours? And what do you think about getting to choose your makeover? Do you regret your decision? And what do you think of everyone else's makeover?
I liked mine. I liked my like short hair and my bangs. I think I was probably nervous, but I liked it after. I have had short hair and bangs since then. Also, my hair is long again, so it grew back just fine. I don't think that the makeovers are at all for the girl. I don't think it's supposed to transform them. I think it's supposed to upset them, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But I thought everyone looked pretty good. Laura was blonde. Britt was red. I loved that red hair on Britt. I know she wasn't like a crazy fan, but I thought it looked really cute on her. Yeah, I thought everyone looked good.
Men_bananas. What kind of new career does Kristen want? She already answered that. So when I upload this on my YouTube channel later, rewind it because she talks about that in great depth. Disastros is asking, what was it like with the eliminated girls in Jamaica? Did you get to enjoy yourselves or did production limit you to waiting around, etc. in seclusion?
No, it was really fun. We had a separate villa and we all just got to do whatever we wanted all day. I don't think that I did any more photo shoots because when I got eliminated, I don't think there were any more shoots because the girls were still doing them. So it was just 4 or 3. Maybe I did do one, but I can't remember. So I just got to chill. It was like so exciting. I was so ready for that because I'd heard all of these really fun stories. There was one day in Jamaica that we had off and the eliminated girls and the girls still in the competition got to hang out. And we had like a free for all. And I remember the drinking age was 18 in Jamaica and I got like so drunk off of these like banana daiquiris. And then I puked in the top model house and I was like, they're gonna air this because there are like cameras everywhere. But that was like 18-year-old me drinking for the first time. But they were chilling. They like lived their best lives, I think. That's why I was like, I want to be on the other side. Like having fun. You get per diem and you're like gallivanting around this island.
That would have been, you know what? That's the real show. Let's see what the eliminated girls are doing.
I know they have some stories for sure. Like they got into some shit. So I was like, this is way more fun than what I'm experiencing.
Rob 100. Who do you think? No, I'm sorry. Who do you want to win Drag Race this year?
Gosh, I haven't. Okay, I don't think I have a favorite so far. This year, there have only been 2 episodes, so forgive me, I don't know their names yet. But there's one girl from New York, and she, out of drag, is like brunette with long hair, And like the first episode, she was in like all pink, had like a huge pink wig.
Oh, you're talking about Rosé.
Yes, I like Rosé. So far, I like Rosé, and then I also like the girl that was in like all orange and red in the beginning, and then she just switched it up, and they're like, thank God, into some like really metallic.
Tina Burner.
Yes. Okay, Tina Burner.
Who you're talking about?
Yes.
So, fun fact. So the show that I'm going to be on is starring T.S. Madison, who's a big trans icon. She is a judge on this season of Drag Race.
Oh my God! Did she tell you everything about it?
I mean, I can't say that on this live, girl, because I'm an employee of the same people, so they're not about to be.
Contracts. Okay.
No, she didn't tell me anything. She didn't tell me anything. No.
Right. I'll have to look out for that. That's so fun.
Yeah, and she's. Oh, I can't say that. No. Dang it. You know, it's so fucked up now because I have to remember that I can't say certain things anymore because it can get clipped and it can go a bunch of places and I will get in trouble because I was about to spill some good tea and I'm not going to do it.
Okay, just tell me privately.
No, I'll tell you privately. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
And actually, I'm not telling you nothing. I'm sorry. I can't even go down that route. I just need it recorded on the airwaves. I said no.
Okay. I know. I almost got you.
No, you almost got me. No, you almost got me. I was gonna let it spill. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, you guys. The comments are flying. You guys, slow down in the comments. Kristen is terrified of birds. Ask about the 3 bird shoot. Love you.
The what?
It says Kristen is terrified of birds. Ask her about, I'm assuming they said the bird shoot.
Oh yeah, the bird shoot was horrible. I hate birds. I still to this day hate birds so much. I just bonded with a new friend the other day when I was on set about the fact that I don't fuck with birds. I lived in New York. A pigeon flew into my head one time when I was riding my bike. Like, I don't want to do it. They're unpredictable. They have beaks. You don't know where they're going to go. They're just not my thing.
You can't talk to them.
Yeah, what's the point?
Okay, Edward wants to know, hey girl, you're stunning. Question, would you have rather had the previous judges?
Maybe. Yeah. I feel like maybe because at that point, like I haven't actually read or watched anything, but I've seen like clips. I know that some of the contestants have come out and said like this was our issue with the show. And so maybe it would have been nice to have a judge that didn't have to like follow the idea of a reality show. But that's just kind of how it is. Like it would have had nice to have been like a British baking show type of situation where everyone's like really supportive and they're actually giving you like positive critique,
yeah,
or just like help, you know. It doesn't have to be positive, but just letting you know. But yeah, maybe, I don't know, I'm like indifferent about it. I didn't mind the judges after the fact.
Do you have a favorite Drag Race contestant?
Bianca Del Rio.
Oh, she's iconic.
Just like that season, I should go back and watch it again because it's so good. Also, Shangela, love, Trixie Mattel. Oh, just like funny queens. I love a funny queen.
My favorite queen. Okay, I think my all-time favorite queen, and the only reason why I'm saying I think is because I feel like I probably can make a definitive list. But Monique Hart from the moment she stepped on the screen, and it's so cool that her and I are like friends now, and we're working on some stuff. So like, but like she like I just loved how charismatic she was, and I could just relate to like the whole personality. Yeah, she was funny.
Did you watch the Vegas show?
Oh no, I had to cut out some Drag Race content. Like it was kind of too much for me. I was getting like,
I know. I heard that some people were feeling that way.
Yeah, it was too much. They just announced Drag Race Australia today.
Really?
Yes, RuPaul is taking his ass over there and let me tell you something. RuPaul is gonna die in a wig on set. I know she is.
Oh, RuPaul is a dream. Like what a person to just be that just like emotionally connected to everyone. It's like Dolly Parton. Like they can't do any wrong. And they're both so beautiful to look at.
Oh, I saw him in person. I was telling someone I saw him in person. I felt like I was looking at, I don't even know. I don't even know.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
An
I
angel.
was looking at God. Yes, I do. Actually, I was so afraid. I was like, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I'm not worthy.
No, I'm definitely not worthy.
Yeah.
Felipe Charming. Why were you so vocal about your disdain for Victoria? She talked about that earlier, guys. So rewind the video and check out her ideas on her and Victoria. Ooh, I want to know this. And Dress.me is asking, is there any gossip about the girls hooking up with the crew? Is there any tea on that?
No, I know. That's so lame. There's nothing interesting to say. I guess you guys are referring to like Rob. Rob for sure had a crush on Nastasia and Karya, like 100%. He had a crush, thought they were like so beautiful, which they are, but nobody like actually hooked up with anyone. This show's on CW. They're not letting that shit happen. At the time it was. Sorry. Boring.
Well, I mean, I've spoken to some of the girls afterwards. I would never say what they've told me, but
Oh, did they tell you differently?
Since the models that got eliminated got to join the photo shoots for social media, did you shoot with them, or was their shoot a different time?
It was a different time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we didn't see them.
I'm going through the questions, making sure I'm asking everyone.
I'm gonna go outside because it's so beautiful.
That's fine. I'm looking. Are you gonna take us on a tour of the house?
I can give you a view of LA and the pool.
Big rich pussy. Big rich pussy.
You want me to send you this photo?
What photo? Are you really gonna send me that?
I was thinking when we answered the live that I was just gonna have this up.
Oh, I would have.
And I know.
Died.
I was too nervous, but now I'm not. Next time.
I'll send you my PO box, and when you send the wine, you can send that photo, and I'm gonna put it right on my
Yes.
I have a table like where all my entertainment friends and celebrity friends send me stuff. It will go right there.
Wait, do you watch Bravo at all?
Oh yeah, I'm a big Bravo junkie.
This is like your Andy Cohen Clubhouse.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Okay, so let me tell you what I have on there so far. I have Dr. Jackie's. I have, do you know Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine? I have her book. Quad. Quad is one of my clients. I have her cooking book in my kitchen.
Amazing.
I have Jay Manuel's book that he sent me. I have I took HBO sent T.S. Madison like a little box for that show they did with Eureka, Shangela, and Bob. That's sitting over here.
Did that show?
No, she didn't do it. But like shows will send out like little packages to like promote it and influence it. Yeah, they sent it. I took it from her because the box was so cool.
Okay.
I feel like I got some other stuff over there. I have to look, but if you send it, it will go right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you one.
Okay.
Someone said an early birthday present.
Oh! I'm making sure I'm asking all of the questions. I don't want nobody cursing me out. I don't want nobody. You know who I did like while I'm scrolling? I fell in love with Utica.
Who?
Utica.
Which one's Utica?
Utica is like the quirky, weird one. That's actually from Utica, New York. And she came. What did she wear? She came out. I can't place them, but she had like a gumball look. She had this look that kind of looked like Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers. She looks like Thorgy Thor, just a whole lot less angry.
Is she still on the show?
Yes, they haven't sent no one home yet. They sent the first bitch home this week.
Yeah, that's so weird, that format that they're using this season.
Well, I think, because they did it last season. What I think they're doing, which I think is smart, I think they want people to know the girls a little bit more instead of just sending them home directly.
Okay.
And I also think it probably has something to do with COVID. Just knowing like what I've known behind the scenes since TS had to film during this season. I think it just had to do with, you know, just that, I think.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I also, side note, love Crystal Method.
Ooh, I love Crystal Method.
Yeah, Crystal Method, so just like cute out of drag too. I'm like, I love you.
Everyone's like, is Kristen our new queer icon? Guys, I think she is.
Do you know how many people comment that on my Instagram? They're like, please tell me you love, like, I don't know, some artist or something with like all of these TikTok references. And I was like, what does that mean? And they're like, it means you're gay. And I'm like, what?
That is funny.
Like, all of it. I love that. I just love Drag Race and RuPaul. It's such a, like, that's how you do a competition show. Like, they have, all of them have so much talent to begin with, and they're shady, but they support each other. Like, it's the perfect chef's kiss amount of, like, drama and awareness of love and acceptance. I love it.
Yeah, the people who make their show are the people who makes TS's show, and I've met them when we went to Vegas, and they were like, and I've talked to them, of course, during filming and stuff like that. They're very sweet people. Like, they're very, very, very sweet. My experiences of them so far have been very, very sweet. Like, they're very sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet people.
I'm trying to think who would say the opposite. There's like one queen that's
well, I'm not getting into none of that. Mm-mm.
So she's like always says something. It's like a very me where it's like, blame the edit.
Are you talking about Willem?
No, someone called me this. Fifi O'Hara. They're like, Kristen's the Fifi O'Hara of ANTM. I was like, that's a drag, and that's the most hurtful thing anyone's ever said to me. But I also love Fifi O'Hara, so I get it.
I was so sad when Fifi O'Hara did. I was like, no, Fifi, no. I can't wait to meet her one day. I really want to meet her one day.
Yeah, I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Well, Kristen, I think we've reached the end of our situation here. I thank you so much for being like so patient and cool and answering all the questions. But I have one last question for you before you go.
Okay.
If you were in front of Tyra Banks right now in 2021, what would you say to her?
What a loaded question. I would probably just ask her how she is. I would just be like, how are you? How is life in quarantine? How have you been? What's going on with you? Are you okay? Are you healthy? Just like catching up. I don't know. It wouldn't be anything like, I would just be very casual.
Circle on star. Drop your question down while I still got it. Everyone doesn't want you to go.
What?
They don't want you to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's amazing. They love me.
This is what happens when you come over here to the ANTM to exclusives. You walk in the villain and you walk out a victor.
Literally, I owe you my firstborn.
Oh no, just because I probably wouldn't know what to do with it. Until it's like 4 years old and it can take itself to the bathroom and it can warm. It can hit one on the microwave.
Okay.
It has to be able to walk and warm up stuff. If it can walk and warm up stuff, I'll take it. So if you can pop it out the womb and it can do that, I'll take it gladly.
I love that you're saying warm up stuff.
Got to be able to warm up
some stuff. Yeah, take the stuff and warm it up.
Go warm it up, girl. As long as it's not metal.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Drop your question. Yes, she has a boyfriend.
Is that a celebrity?
No. Girl, you have a boyfriend.
I know. I love him.
Who was it? Was it Corona Star? I'm sorry. Corona Star. Corona Star, where are you? Write your question. Are you watching Drag Race UK? I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-mm. But so Ru's going to Australia to film that?
No, Drag Race UK has already been filmed and is currently airing right now. But they put out a press release today of RuPaul saying that he's going to Australia this week with Michelle to start production in New Zealand for Drag Race Australia.
That's so interesting because they'll probably be stuck there for a while. Like, there's a whole quarantine situation in Australia.
I'm pretty sure when you're RuPaul, you know how to get in and get out. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Ru was immune.
Oh yeah, he's RuPaul. He's RuPaul. RuPaul is never gonna die. Him and Dolly Parton are never gonna die.
Hey, they have this energy. It's like we need them here. Everyone needs them.
I was waiting for the person to drop their question in, but I don't see it. Just DM me and I'll ask Kristen later. Or DM Kristen. She looks at her DMs from time to time. But we'll make sure that you get your question answered. Listen, Kristen, I am so grateful that you took the time to do this. Yeah. This was freaking amazing. And I'm so happy that that these dumbass fans out there, oh yeah, I cursed them out. I cursed them out. I'm glad that they get to see you in this light. They get to hear your thoughts. They get to hear explanations. But most importantly, they are now able to see your growth. That is so freaking beautiful. And I'm thankful you decided to share all of that with little old me.
Yeah, this was awesome. I wouldn't have rather done it with anyone else. Thank you. Thanks for walking me through this. You were so gentle and you reassured me, and it really was so great. So thanks.
No, you're so welcome. Listen, when I come out to LA,
yeah,
because I've never been to LA.
You should be out here, and I'm sure you have a whole list of people that are out here that would want to see you when you come out. So come on, it's warm.
Yeah, I'm gonna come. I'll probably come. I don't know. I'll be out there this year though. I know I am. I know my brother just moved out there. He's in the. Oh yeah, I'm coming for real now. Yeah,
you forgot?
He moved out there.
My family member, my closest related family member lives there.
I forgot. I literally just remembered just now. Okay. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Are there any final words you want to tell the people before you leave?
No, thanks. Just like, I obviously was very nervous before, but I knew that this would be good in the end. I just want to tell everyone, like, be easy on people, and thanks for stopping all of the hate on my Instagram in the future, because I know that now it's going to be done. Also, can I plug something that I've started? So I started with a friend of mine, her little like e-commerce for antiques. So in our free time during COVID, we've been going to estate sales and auctions and finding just little like thrifted items that can make you feel good in your house. Just a cute little piece, nothing crazy. But our Instagram is called Piece Pop. It's PIECE Pop. And we ship domestic or international. I don't know how many people here outside of the US, but we can figure it out. So yeah, we're just like, everyone stay creative and safe during the pandemic and be nice to everyone.
Oh, now listen, I'm gonna do something different that I hadn't done before. Normally I let you guys leave, but I think I'm gonna start closing out this show with you guys. Listen, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a pleasure. This was a joy. This video will be uploaded to my YouTube channel later. That's Oliver Twixt .com. Oliver Twixt on YouTube. Thank you guys for following. All those things. Listen, I tell them all the time, Kristen, to pray as well as Kegel.
To what?
To pray and Kegel. Do you know about Kegeling?
Listen, yes, I sure as hell do. And I'm glad that you're normalizing it and putting it out to mainstream media. Everyone, Kegel.
Boys too.
Boys too. We should all be doing the same things, okay? It does not matter. Do your Kegels.
Yes. Kristen will be the queen of boobs and Oliver will be the Duke of Kegels. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Bye, Kristen.
Bye.